Hey guys, I'm Matthew Wood and this is David Acord.
Howdy.
We're here at Skywalker Sound working on Clone Wars. We're working on the sound part of it. Dave Acord is the re-recording mixer and sound designer of the show. I'm the supervising sound editor. And we thought we'd take you through some of the sound processes we did to create the Onderon arc for Clone Wars. This arc was really fun for us because it was the first time we get to see Onderon that had new creatures, new enemy ships, new droid processes. That's the kind of fun episode for us when we get to add new things to the show.
So new to the Star Wars franchise, introduced in this Onderon arc, is the droid gunship. There's a sort of a flying droid that's armed to the teeth. It's got lasers, it's got rockets. Now, when you make spaceship noises, you don't want to just make the one engine and have it sort of Doppler by every time there's a ship passes by. It has to sort of evolve as it passes by. So in this particular shot here, the gunship's hovering over the fortress. It's going to fly above us and attack the cave. At the root, we have the engine. Believe it or not, that used to be a buzzsaw. We've pitched it down considerably, added sort of an oscillating filter on it to sort of give that sort of choppy feel to it. I'm also going to add in a diesel engine from a truck to give it a nice little beefy rev. And then just a hint of a scream as it goes by, a human scream. That's a pitched up human scream, and the end result is... and that is the gunship.
Another fun thing that we do in the show is Dave and I are actually actors as well, and so we do voices for the show, typically with a lot of the droids.
Hey! Roger, roger. It's coming from there. It's an ambush. We need reinforcements.
Most of the characters we do don't have mouths that are animated, so it makes it really easy for us to drop in lines. If Dave Filoni wants to change a line at the very last minute, we can change those.
Hey!
So sometimes we take a little liberties with those.
Here, drink.
There's a really serious scene in the first episode here. There's a droid that I've always loved. What do we call those?
Bunny bots.
Bunny bots, like the
servant droids.
Little servant droids. And we went ahead and did our own take on that with Dave Acord as the bunny bot.
One orange whip.
Here, drink. It will give you strength. The separatists have very little compassion or patience for things that stand in their way.
Anything else?
So yeah, those things, we have 2 weeks to do the show, so sometimes we throw those in there to make it fun and exciting for us. But yeah, we show that to Dave Filoni. We like to get a laugh for him. We usually don't even tell him until he gets to the mix and he sees them, and we like to surprise him. One of the challenges in this episode was coming up with all the individual sounds for the creatures that are in the camp. So we have these pterodactyl type creatures, the Rooping.
So the Rooping is a mashup of other existing creatures and some other inorganic elements. The beefy low end part is essentially a lion roar, pitched down, but you can almost hear it in the final element of the creature. This, that sort of raspy, shrill part, isn't actually a vulture. And for good measure, that really high-end, shrill, piercing part that sort of tails off at the end is metal on glass, metal scraping against glass, to give the creature a little bit more of a death from above terror aspect.
So when we make our soundtrack here, we break it down into 3 components. We have the design phase,
That's where you really
the editorial phase,
just stick it in there.
and the mix phase.
Let's just listen to this one more time.
And now the mix phase is when we have everything together. All of Dave's sound design has all been cut specifically to picture, and we have all the music, we have all the Foley, all the dialogue's been cut and recorded. So it's all just in this console, and we build an environment. It's where you decide how the volume relations should be between everything, where it should be placed in the room positionally in your speakers. But it's the fun part of the job because you have everything there. In this scene, you can see the mix process really gives it life. The hologram turns on and starts talking to the people of the city to revolt.
People of Onderon.
So that's actually an example of 2 different things here as far as dialogue goes.
The time has come to take back our freedom.
We have her speaking through the hologram, and there's a certain, we call a futz. We put a futz in the voice for the hologram to give it a sense of transmission, radio, that kind of thing. And then when we cut to her, not in the hologram, we peel away that futz.
Separatists for the crown. But Onderon is ours. We need your strength to
And we just try to follow the action that's on the screen to help tell the story. All we have when we start an animated show is the dialogue from the actors that are recorded. And so we have to build it up from there and build a whole environment and put it in that space.
Okay.
People of Onderon, the time has come to take back our freedom.
So that's just dialogue.
We have all been deceived.
We'll throw in the
King Rash is a traitor.
hologram
Who has
sound.
sold Onderon to the separatists for the crown. But Onderon
The city
is
background with the
ours.
fire,
We need your strength to reclaim our planet
and then
and
Kevin's music.
restore our sovereignty under our true king, King Denda.
The main trick about mixing is that balance between those elements, what to showcase at what particular time. You want sound to tell as much of the story as the writing does, as the animation does, as the dialogue does. Sound has to sort of deliver the exact same way.
Jedi!